Before we get into today's conversation of step 5 and step 6 on selling, let's do a quick recap of the first 3 steps that we covered last week. Step 1, start with the customer in mind. Think what difference you can make, and you can do that by asking questions that you know is already there in the mind of your customer. Step 2, the pain gain model, where you begin to answer the question, what is the customer losing out on if he or she is not buying your product? And what is he or she gaining if he or she is buying your product or service offering? And the third step was all about putting forward your unique solution model with very clear outcomes. Now, very quickly to step 4. This is all about having sustained relationships with your customer. Gone are the days when you could sell a product and step away. And in some cases, the service offering is such that actually the after sales is even more important than the pre and during sales. So it's all about collaboration. Act and be a collaborator for your customer for perhaps a really, really long time, and it could be lifelong. So, for example, again, in my case, I evidence this in 3 ways. The first, the name of my company. It's called The Collaborators, and that's because it's a value and philosophy that I truly believe in. The second evidence, I clearly state out that a coaching, mentoring, and training relationship with a client is actually a collaboration. It's a collaboration between the client and the coach, where both the parties are working towards one objective, and in our case, the client's goal. And when such a collaboration is working together, then success is not a matter of if, it is a question of when. And the third evidence, most of my projects are in collaboration with other experts. And then there is the last step, and not necessarily in that order. Find your unique way to sell. I've been a leadership development trainer for more than 20 years, and I've worked extensively myself as well as other people who train individuals in selling skills. The problem is that often we try to sell a particular style of selling in a training program, if you know what I mean. But the truth of the matter is that all we need to do is keep our eye on the goal, which is to sell. But you need to find your own way of selling. So, for example, in my case, I like variety. I like to do things differently, and I like meeting and connecting with people. So, when I'm selling, I'm using a variety of ways. So, my suggestion is find your unique way to sell, and you know that you have one. Of course, if you need to have more conversations on that, then by all means, I'd love to connect with you. But in the meantime, I wish you the very best.